Hi, I'm Nicholas Wallwork, globally published author of Investing in International Real Estate for Dummies. I'm also the CEO of Redbrick property development firm, and we're on our site today here down in Hampshire with our free house. You remember in a previous video we bought a care home, 14,500 square foot care home. We're hoping to turn that into some flats, some co-living space for good professional residents of the town, but we got a free house, which is excellent. So I'm going to take you around, give you an update on the house. Last time we were here, I think it was just kind of started, so we hadn't actually done much work. But flick back on the videos, you see what we're doing. We've had it all stripped out, ceilings are down, we've knocked out a few walls in the kitchen to make that bigger. And let's crack on in. Follow me, come and see. Let's do the funny run. Ta-da! We're inside. So, quick whirlwind tour. We've actually replaced all of the staircase with a square edge, and if you can zoom into that nice square edge. This was like an old-fashioned spindle design. Once that's painted up, it would be nice and modern. We could have gone like glass, stainless steel, could have gone mad, but that's another couple of grand. It's not needed. I want to show you some excellent carpentry here, you know, technical skills. These are all the skills you learn when you're working on sites. So they chopped off the old one here. They've got a broom handle as a dowel, or you could just dowel this in the middle, screwed down in all the edges and glued down in position, and then planed and sanded back to make one solid. I mean, that's solid as a rock, one piece of wood. So that was really interesting to see. I'm not a carpenter, but learning a few tricks with a nice bit of oak on that. So we're coming through to the house. Don't know if you remember last time we got a downstairs toilet and what will be a little study room. That's all going to remain. It's a bit of a storeroom at the moment. We've actually upgraded the water cylinders. If we wanted to do this as an HMO at some point in the future, or a future occupier does, then we've got really, a lot of water capacity suitable for 4 showers. We've actually put 4 bathrooms in here, 4-bed house, 4 bathrooms en suites in every room. You know, that's really unheard of and will bring extra value to the house. So as we came in, we actually had a corridor in here, and you can see there was a wall there. That was a dining room area. Another wall over here, as you can see on the floor where it's been knocked out, and the kitchen the other side. So I was over here, you know, in a little C-shaped kitchen design. Now, by knocking out those 2 walls, moving the double door glass back there, we've got all this open space, this expansive space. Enough room for a nice big dining room table. We've got a lovely center island piece going in here. We're going to have a kind of, not full-on quartz, but we're going for like a Korean style worktop with pop-up, pop-up electrical fittings, lighting around the bottom of it, and then a huge kitchen along those back 2 walls, all open plan. So we've really opened up the middle of this house. You can see here at the moment, we've got the acro props up, holding up the ceiling. We've got a steel on order to replace that. We've had a structural engineer come in to quote on that. It's one bit of structural work really, is just taking out this wall. So yeah, we needed the appropriate structural engineers calcs, which we've got. We've actually over-engineered this with 4 struts anyway. And yeah, getting that out means we can open up this whole building. So yeah, super exciting times really. We've got the electrician in at the moment. We've got the plumber in at the moment. Plumber's running water runs. I'll show you in here quickly. We've just asked him to stop because he's making too much noise. Plumber running all the plumbing pipes to all the new en-suites upstairs. We were also knocked down the chimney. If you remember, in the last video, we had a dead bird in the chimney about here. We had a subcontractor come in, specialist for removing chimney breasts, etc. Removed all of that. And there was also sort of a built-out section here of brick, if you remember. I think there was, that machine where you sort of put your feet on it and do leg exercises, which, I used a few times, which was really useful. I didn't actually. So, yeah, remove the chimney. That's given us a load more space in this room. This is a huge lounge. Going to be a lovely selling point for the property. You can see where the original opening was to the lounge. There's a single door there. Yeah, so by opening all that up, you've just made a huge room there. We'll leave that open as an archway just to give a bit of a feel for open planness as you can. And if I can swing you back around this way, we've got the double doors. Single door it is, but it's a nice big single door coming out to what will be a nice patio area we're going to create. And that will be fenced off garden, creating a lovely garden for the residents. So let's go and have a look upstairs at the bedrooms. They're a bit more finished. Carpentry, even had a first lick of paint, I think. So let's go for it. So we're upstairs in the bedrooms. and we are at the stage of fitting wardrobes. You can see these are the en-suites, been plastered, ready for fitting out. As soon as that plaster's dried, we can get a mist coat of paint on it. We can get some lights in there. It would have already been wired for lighting. Everything's been wired in here, as you can see, for lighting. New doors. This room, as you had it, dog-legged into the other room. So we've used a bit. See, that goes back quite far, a bit further past that. Dog-leg that to make that ensuite fit in. And we've done a real cool quadrant. You know, we do this as one of our styles, is the quadrant style, because actually we've left enough room for a king-size bed up there, desk and stuff behind you guys. But these, I find them very attractive, and they fit really nicely in the room. They make the room feel bigger. The way that the door opens, it doesn't encroach on the space like a square box. You can imagine if that was boxed off, you've got a sort of door on the side. It just really doesn't work. So aesthetically, I think it's nice. We've also gone for higher quality, larger, modern skirting. You can go for the smaller stuff, cheaper stuff. Don't like that. Let's go for the quality stuff, a little bit bigger. Looks really nice. So there's room number one. And we've gone also for this style of doors, you know, slightly modern looking door, rather than the sort of 4-panel doors or 6-panel doors. Don't look as nice. But again, all solid fire doors. Gone for best quality spec that we possibly can. This would be the master bedroom. I'm not going to go too much further because they've got their cutting boards in here, the chippies. But again, we've got sort of a quadrant ensuite here. This will be the biggest ensuite in the property. I'm going to try this, being the master. We're actually getting a bath in this one because there's a very high chance this will be sold as a family home this time, because the market is so strong at the moment for family homes. We felt that this would be the best way to develop this particular property. So we've actually got a bath going in at the end there, and then a sink going in here. And where I'm stood, the toilet will go in and tee into this. That's the water feed for the toilet. So that's what the plumber is downstairs. We're now above the lounge where I just took you, plumbing in all of this stuff before we put the ceilings back on the ground floor, and we can start doing the architrave skirtings and painting. You can see we're doing a full width wardrobe, all mirrored. So all our wardrobes are mirrored sliding doors. Works really, really well, really creates an expanse of space in the room. If you imagine coming into this room and that whole wall's a mirror, you know, the room will feel huge. And it is a generous sized room anyway. So yeah, really looking good on that one. I'll pull you around the last two rooms. We've had to move the loft hatch. Now this one, if you remember, was a tiny little box room, and it had one window in it. And there's a second window that you'll see here in a moment. We've brought the wall from about there all the way back to here. This banister used to go along here, and there was a cupboard in that room. What would be really great is that we can cut to that right now by the magics of modern technology. Boom, there you go. That's what it used to look like. And now you come into the room, you've got a really generous sized room with another ensuite. So, you know, this will be as a family home. This one and the next one I'm going to show you effectively rooms 3 and 4, smaller of the 4 rooms, still ensuited, still more than capable of having a double bed in and plenty of space to swing a cat. Radiator going on there, as you can see. And yeah, just generally that was the window that was in the hallway area before. So we've nicked all of this space. You know, that would have been the size there, something like that. In fact, I think it might have been on that line, because it had a wardrobe in the bedroom there, and then there was a big cupboard in the hallway. So I think the bedroom was this big, it was tiny. So moving it 2 or 3 foot that way just absolutely transforms the bedroom. So into bedroom 4, this was this would be bedroom 3 actually in terms of size. Again, full width mirrored wardrobes, going to look absolutely stunning. We'll look at the size of these wardrobes. How many? You know, it's like 1, 2, solid 3 meters of wardrobe. This will be a spare room either for the kids or a spare room for the family. If you know what it's like. I'm a parent with 3 kids. I've got so much wardrobe space. In fact, I don't. My wardrobe space is about this. My wife's wardrobe space is about 4 times this. So it's not going to fit, sorry darling, I apologise. It's not going to fit all of our stuff in that wardrobe. So this would be like an overflow maybe for the wardrobe in the master bedroom for the parents, if this is like a guest bedroom. It's a good guest bedroom. And actually looking outside, just to turn you around guys, we've got a lovely plot. We've got a lovely big plot here, tons of parking, looking out onto a lovely horse chestnut tree, which will be included in the boundary of the property. So yeah, really, really lovely property here. And this is going to go for some strong money. We've had some agents, about 3 agents valuations, all valuing this somewhere between 550 and 600,000. Now, if we were managed to get 600,000 on it, our estimate is probably going to be about 80,000 spend on it, something like that. So let's say we're making about sort of 450 to 500,000, give or take, with a bit of the stamp and stuff like that. If we knock that, let's keep it round numbers, knock 500 grand off the asking price, which is 1.4 million, effectively we've got the 14,500 square foot care home for £900,000. So that's insane price per square foot. So we're hoping to make, you know, a good level of profit on this deal. Getting it full of guardians at the moment till our planning comes through. They're looking after the building for us, showing that there's people living in it, and we're getting some rent for the building in the period between getting planning. So when the planning comes through on the care home, hopefully, you know, we've had a couple of pre-apps and they seem fairly positive about it, provided we, you know, do certain things with the car parking bins and bikes and noise and all the rest of it. But if we tick all those boxes, hopefully we'll get a good scheme over there of flats. And yeah, that'll be really exciting to show you. Before I say any more, subscribe, click the bell icon, because we're going to do a video on the care home update. So let's go and do a care home update, and I'm going to show you what we've been up to over there. See you on another video very soon.